Next instructions are related to increment operation, that is increment instruction. The mnemonic is INC and instruction is having only one operand, that is destination. So here microcontroller will increment this operand, that is destination, by 1 and result will be stored at destination. So in 3 addressing modes we can use this instruction, that is except immediate addressing mode. So first we can use instruction in register addressing mode. So in register addressing mode we can write instruction as INCA. We can increment content of accumulator by 1. So accumulator will be incremented by 1 and result will be stored in accumulator. We can use any of the register R0 to R7. For example, INC R7. So it will increment contents of R7 by 1 and result will be stored in register R7. We can increment contents of DPTR register. DPTR register is 16-bit register. So DPTR register contents will be incremented by 1 and result will be stored back in DPTR register. Now here we have to remember one thing. If the contents of any register or any destination is equal to FFH, for example, contents of accumulator are FFH and I write instruction INCA. So it will increment contents of accumulator actually according to instruction. So if you increment contents of this FFH, it will be 100H. And that cannot be stored in 8-bit register. So microcontroller rolls over this FFH to 00H. So if accumulator or any destination contents are FFH and if you write this instruction, then accumulator contents will be roll over to 00H. So it starts counting. If you are continuously writing instruction, it will start incrementing from 00H. So this is about register addressing mode. Next is direct addressing mode. So we can write instruction INC and here address of memory location. For example, INC 20H. So it will increment contents of memory location at address 20H. Suppose this is the address location and here n number is stored. After execution of this instruction, here n plus 1 number will be stored. So any internal RAM address can be used here. Then third addressing mode, this is direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode. So in indirect addressing mode, as we know, we can use pointer register RP, that is R0 or R1. For example, we can write INC at R0. So R0 will point to memory location. So before using this instruction, we have to store address of memory location in R0. So suppose address is 34H. So first, before writing this instruction, we have to write move R0 hash 34H. So contents of this memory location will be incremented by 1 after execution of this instruction. In this increment instruction, no flags are affected. Next instructions are decrement instruction. Decrement instructions are also used in 3 addressing mode except immediate addressing mode. The mnemonic is DEC, destination. Here destination will be decremented by 1 and result will be stored back at destination. So same as increment instruction, only here the contents are decremented by 1. So first addressing mode is register addressing mode, where we can write instruction as DEC accumulator. Suppose accumulator contents will be decremented by 1 and stored back in accumulator. Or we can write DEC any register from R0 to R7. Suppose R2. So R2 will be decremented by 1 and result will be stored back in R2. We can decrement contents of DPTR 16-bit register. So DPTR minus 1 result will be stored back in DPTR. Here again, if the contents of register, for example accumulator, are 00H and we are trying to decrement this 00H by 1, so this contents of accumulator will be roll over to FFH. So 00H, if it is decremented, it will give you result as FFH. For DPTR, it will be FFFFH. So this is register addressing mode. Second is direct addressing mode. So same DEC, here we have to specify address of memory. So DEC, for example 34H. So contents of this address location will be decremented by 1 and stored back at that particular address location. Suppose this is address location, then here n minus 1 will be stored if n is the number stored at this location. Third is indirect addressing mode. In indirect addressing mode, we are using R0 or R1 as pointer. So R0 may point to this memory location and the content of this memory location will be decremented by 1. But before writing this instruction, R0 should be initialized with this value 34H. Again, no flags are affected for decrement instruction.